Okay, I'm going to go through how to manage a website using the edit login status. So you go to your domain name at the top, and so this one is devonhire.co.uk. Then you want to /wp-login.php. Okay, and it takes you to the login. Now this login needs to be at editor level. So that will show all the toolbar for an editor. Okay, so we can save that one, we can dismiss the notice, we can look at what's here. Now the basics are, the most important things to learn first is posts and pages. Now posts and pages look the same pretty much when you use them, they work the same. But what we're going to be looking at firstly is a post is like a news article. So if you have a news section, you add a news post, and the first thing is to see if there's, I can't remember if I've done it already, a category called news. Okay, so the first thing is to set up that category. So news, and then the slug is news, and description is news. This is what you're going to write your news in, and then all of the posts that you write will be set to the category of news. And when you make a link for the top section, it would be to show all the category of news, and then it would show all the posts. So in date order. So then I go to add new, and then we'll get to the edit page. Now the thing that we've got in here is Fusion Page Builder. Now you've got a very simple system here. If I write in this box, I can use these tools. Okay, these tools are pretty standard up to this point. Then you get all the tools. You can change things like headings and change the font. And so on there. So the standard font is paragraph. Okay, but you can do other things like change the text font, text color, and so on. Probably best not to play with it too much. You can add links, which is really useful. So select it, go to the insert a link, and then you can write the URL. And you can choose to have that open in its own window and add the link. So that's simple, adding a link. Okay, adding a picture is add media, and also PDF documents and any other documents you fancy as well. So you add media, and what you do there is you go to the media library of the files that are already on the website as it is. So if I wanted to add that lorry in, I would just go to that, and I would say, okay, I want it to be full size. Insert into post, and then that will appear on the page. Now I can make that link if I want to link that to something. I can change that as well. Okay, and I can make that link open in its own window. So there's some news. You could write some news. We've just bought this new lorry, blah blah blah, available to rent now. One of the most important things then is to make sure that you click on the news category there to add it to the news. Okay, and give it a title. So we'll call this new lorry and publish, and that is adding a news article. Very easy. Okay, now I will add the menu section if you want to start using posts. They're very good because they're very good for SEO, so it's a good idea to do. That's for posts, and to do that you'd need to have the link on the header, which is news. So I can do that if you need to do that. Right, back to pages. Now if we go to pages, you'll find that they work exactly the same. It's got the Fusion Page Builder, so if I go into Vanhire Devon, and the Fusion Builder has been used on this page because it's quite a complicated page, and I'm just going to talk you through how that works really. So if I want to go to default editor, it would show me a load of text with code in it. Okay. Now there's no way you would ever write that code because it's generated by the Fusion Page Builder. Now this page builder is very clever because it allows you to lay out the page better than anything that's ever been done before in WordPress. So you start by having a full width container which creates that. So all you do is click on it. Okay, you click on there and it generates it. So if I go to add new, we'll make a page and then delete it afterwards. So we can do we'll call it delete me, then I'll get rid of it. So starting a new page, Fusion Page Builder, full width, just click on it, and then you can choose column sizes that you want to put in. So if I want to say 3 columns, and you notice it's all drag and drop based, so then if I want to put a picture in, you go to Builder Elements and you say, okay, well, let's find a picture. We're going to put a picture in, but I want that picture to resize so that when it's viewed on a mobile phone, it automatically resizes it. So then the picture, then a separator, and then a text block. Okay, otherwise the text would be up next to the picture when it's put in. Doesn't look very good. So then these little paintbrushes here are the edit tools. So you have to mouse over. You don't want to go to that one because that's just for the main section. So if I go to here, you can change things in here. Now you really don't need to change anything apart from uploading a picture and putting in the alt text and the URL if it's a link. So if we go to here and go to menu, and then I can choose a picture. We'll put a little car in, a Vito van, and we can say it's full size. It doesn't show it full size because it resizes it automatically, so we can call that Vito, and we can say page link if we want to make it link to somewhere. Okay, so then save. Now the separator at the moment doesn't have any separation, so you have to add in 10 pixels at the margin at the top and 10 pixels at the bottom. That could be 20, could be 30, depending on how big you want the separator to be. You can add in icons as well if you want to. Then you go to the text and you change the text. Okay, this is Vito van. Very Italian, lots of eyes. Okay, so Vito van, and you can do things like center that, and again that could have links, whatever you want to put in it, and that's created a little column. Now if you imagine creating more than one of those, there's a clone button here which if I click on here just creates more, so I don't have to do all this again. I can just change the pictures. Okay, so then if I publish, that'll generate that page. And if I view it, there's your 3 Vitos with the text and with the space in between. Okay, very, very smart, nice way of doing it. Okay, so there's a very, very good page editing system. Okay, endless what you can do with it. And just have a look at a few of the other things. If you imagine, say if I want to get rid of some of these and I want to make it wider. The picture is 450 pixels, which is nearly half a page width, so it'll go up to quite a large size before it starts to pixelate. If I want to copy that, I can get 2 on a page, so they're up to half the width of the page. If I want to put in here builder elements, again, just have a look through what these are. It's quite self-explanatory really. If I wanted to put a title on, I could just drop a title in. And that's going to put text in at H1, heading 1 size, which is what the search engines are going to be looking for. So Vito van as a title. There's all sorts of other things you can add in here. Probably most of them not to worry about. You can put Google Maps in if you want to, just drop them in, put the address in and it shows it. Woo is for shops, and video, Vimeo, YouTube. Code if you want to, or text, It's all endless. Okay, so there's also pre-built templates if you wanted to look and see how blank pages are filled up with these. Pre-built templates are like this is, but it's just that they're pre-done. Okay, so let's have a look at that again. Update it. Every time you update the page, it's important to just save it. View page. All the websites are saved every day anyway, so it's always backed up. So with that title, there's things that you can do with the title to remove the line. So if I go back, refresh, because it's not there, so it must be looking at a cached version on the site. Give it a chance. Okay, there it is again. If I go back into that title, there's things that you can choose here. The separator, like none. Okay, or you can have lines across, single lines, underlined, dotted. Do what you like with it, really. It's quite easy to use. And then update, that gets rid of those two lines across. Now if it all goes wrong, you can go back to revisions here, so that every time you save it you can click on browse there, and it goes back and it's got a slider. This slider will get bigger as it goes across the page the number of times you've saved it. So you could move it back in history to where you didn't have certain things done, and then you can click on the restore, and then that'll take you back to where you were. So if you've done something wrong and saved it, you can do that as you're working. Just view that page again, and that's got no lines across, so the titles there are nice and neat. Okay, so that means that you can add pictures, you can add titles, you can add text, you can center the text, you can create those areas. So once you've set one up, you can copy them and do multiple versions, so that can be quite handy for editing. Text editing, very simple. Just go into that little text box, write text. If you want to add a picture, add in a picture. Use the tools in the Fusion Builder. It's the best system, and very flexible. If you want to add to that page, you can make it huge. Just keep adding, one page width, and put the next lot in. Drop a text in. Builder elements. Let's have a bit of a text block in there. Just drop it in. Edit it, and you've got another row of text to play with. Okay. Alright, so I'll update that. I'm going to go back to view it, and there you go. You can see you can add more and more to it as you go. Very, very good system. Is there anything else that you want to play with now? Once you've got the hang of this and you seem to be happy with it, I can upgrade you even further and give you more tools to play with, but I think they're the basics to go with. If you can start thinking about adding your own unique text, it's going to really help the search engine optimization. Maybe look at creating Facebook pages, blog pages, all sorts of things like that to promote this site. And there you go. So that page is going to be deleted now.